Alright, so I'm back, and I have another surprise, surprise, Kirkland signature brand wine. Stay tuned. Hey everybody, this is Stuart with Wine on the Diamond. Today I'm reviewing the 2015 Napa Valley Red Blend from Kirkland Signature Wines, aka Costco. This is a unique kind of blend here, and they were nice enough to put it what the breakdown was on the back of the bottle. So it's 67% Merlot, 24% Cabernet Sauvignon, 4% Petit Verdot, 3% Cabernet Franc, and 2% Malbec. So this right here with all of those grapes reminds me very much of a Bordeaux style red wine. And because the Merlot is the dominant grape, it would be a right bank Merlot. Whereas if the Cabernet Sauvignon had been the dominant grape in the blend, it would have been a left bank Bordeaux. So let's go ahead and try this out. Oh, and it's, what is it? How much? 13.5? Oh, 14.5% alcohol by volume. And I paid 10 to 12 bucks for it. I can't remember the exact amount, but it was somewhere around there at Costco. So from a color standpoint, this is so close. If you let this sit a little bit longer, this would be garnet. I'm gonna give this a dark ruby though. All right, so from a nose standpoint, ooh, you get a nice dark, like black plum note, a little bit of black cherry, raspberry, some cedar type of effect. There's also like a little bit of a baking spice. Not quite sure which one though. Part of me wants to say it's cinnamon, but part of me wants to lean towards maybe a touch of clove. There's also this nice kind of dry earth aspect to it. So it actually smells kind of like just when you pick up like soil and you smell it. That's what it smells like. All right, so from a taste, I was really surprised. The plum just kind of goes all the way through. It's the first thing I smelled. It's the first thing I tasted. It's the last thing I'm tasting. I've been sitting here for like a few minutes kind of thinking about this off of that one sip, and I'm still tasting it like a couple minutes later, so it's definitely got a long finish. There is that cherry note. I pick it up on the front of the palate. And then everything else kind of kicks in. So you get the raspberry getting in on that mid palate. And then that cedary note kind of goes off into the finish and it stays there. That spiciness pick is like really present in the finish. It's driving me crazy. If I had to lean towards something at this point, I'm gonna say it's a clove type of spice note than it is more like a cinnamon. But I mean, I'm really enjoying this, and there's also like a hint of like a blueberry note to it. I didn't pick it up on the nose until after I tasted the wine a couple times. I was like, what is that? I went back and looked at it, I smelled it. I'm like, no, it's probably blueberry. Because, you know, the alcohol I expected to be pretty present, and it really doesn't kick in until you've had a few samples and you really moved around in your mouth and you breathed a lot. At that point, you'll pick up the alcohol. But on the first few drinks where I just kind of drank it straight in, I wasn't doing a lot of breathing in and out and stuff like that. I didn't pick up the alcohol at all. So if you're just someone who just sips their wine and eats some food, you're probably not gonna even taste the alcohol whatsoever on this. All right, Kirkland Signature Napa Valley Red Blend 2015. What am I gonna rate you? I'm gonna rate you a good, and here's why. In terms of balance, you are really plum heavy. I would have preferred to have a little bit more play between all of the fruit, some of the tertiary and secondary elements too. I like it when everything kind of weaves in and out throughout the whole palette instead of just kind of showing up in certain spots. So I would like a little bit more of that. Length, you've got it in spades. The finish just stays forever. Intensity, I feel like you need a little bit more acid to brighten up that fruit elements that you have, and maybe that will help with sort of that interweaving that I was talking about on the palate. In terms of complexity, I'm getting multiple types of fruit clusters, I'm getting secondary and tertiary elements, so I'm really quite happy with it. So that's where you're gonna get a good. Anyway, this has been Stuart with Wine on the Dime. If you like today's video, please like, subscribe, and comment. Have you tried this 2015 Napa Red Blend from Kirkland Signature, aka Costco Wines. I'd be interested to know if you have. Leave a comment below, and I'll see you guys again soon with another episode from Wine on the Dime.